they have changed the algorithm on this so that the thing on the side I can't click clips anymore. Anyway, how you doing? If you're watching the replay, welcome in. I'm going to be making oats. No one is here yet, but you're watching the replay, so thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be making oats, but I also am going live for the first time in a long time. I'm going live at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning. It's a bit early. Obviously, I've been editing some videos all day, so that's what I've been doing. So separate from that, it's been a good morning. Oh damn, this is not even. It's not even showing. But I'm actually going to come on, give some advice, give some inspiration, make sure that you guys are motivated for your Monday. Or damn, it's not Monday. That's crazy. It's Tuesday. You see, that's what happens when you don't have a job. You lose track of what day it is. Anyway, it's what day is it? Wednesday? Damn, the week is flying. But anyway, I'm going to come on, give you some gems, make sure that you guys are living well. One interesting thing I find about people is that given new information, most people would rather find ways that that information doesn't apply to them rather than change their opinion. And so I give people information about business and money all the time, and their response usually is to try to see how can I avoid changing my opinion. Because maybe, I don't know, that seems to be locked in pride. That seems to be maybe people are stubborn, right? Maybe people identify with their beliefs. So then if you change what you believe, you might be thinking, oh, that acknowledges that this guy knows more than me or something like that, right? But really and truly, if you're a smart person, then you're actually more willing to change your opinion, right? You should think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, this thing being short now, I actually hate that. Anyway, yeah, I'm making my oats. Anyway, I am going live, so okay, I have to keep this here because I like the lighting better. Um, yeah, most people just don't change their opinion, which is actually crazy. Hey, Tara, how you doing? Where you watching from? Tell me where you're watching from. Hey, who's that? Who's that? Good damn, god damn, there's so many of you. Alexander, Colton, what's happening? Where you guys watching from? Tell me where you're watching from. I am currently in Suriname, so tell me where you're watching from. Let's get this live going. Now we're starting to see people pop out. I'm making my breakfast, so that's what I'm doing. Hey Tara, hey Tara, how you doing? Where you watching from? Fulton, where you watching from? Alexander, where you watching from? Sometimes we have people in here from all over the world, from Greece, from New Zealand. Or let me put that fan on because it's hot. Where we have people watching from? We have people watching from the USA, obviously, from Canada. We have people watching from Mexico sometimes, Alabama, Colorado. Oh shoot, you guys are all in the US. That's crazy. I'm from Jersey. That's crazy. I'm Jamaican, but I lived in Jersey for a long time, and right now I'm traveling the world. I'm in Suriname, so that's pretty cool. Alabama, that's really cool. Colorado. I've been to Colorado. I've been to Alabama. Where are you watching from? North Carolina. Been there as well. That's cool. That's cool. I've been to all of these states. I actually traveled to most of the USA. I've traveled to 38 states. So I've actually traveled to a lot of places, right? So it's actually very cool to be able to connect with you people from the US because usually we have people from like other places. But yeah, yeah, the US is beautiful, man. I've been to Hawaii. The only state I haven't been to that I actually want to been to, I want to go to is Alaska. That's the only place I haven't been to that I want to go to. Everywhere else, I mean, Nebraska, those states, I don't really, there's nothing I want to see there. Maybe you do, but there's nothing I want to see there. You know what I mean? Alabama, I've been to Huntsville, beautiful. I've been to Alabama, the what's the big college there? I forgot what it's called, but I've been on the football field at that big college, the one with the horns. Alabama. Is it Alabama State? I've been to that football field. Beautiful place. This is all on my Instagram, so you can check it out. Everything I'm saying is verified. It's dope. It's dope. Alabama. And everything is huge. Everything is so big in Alabama, and that's what I love about it. The people, the food, the women. Haha. Everything is beautiful. Everything is big. It's wonderful, and that's what I love about Alabama. The trucks. You guys have massive trucks in Alabama. Everything is just I love that. I love that. I love that's what she said. That's hilarious. Well, somebody said North Carolina. I went. Why did I go to North Carolina? Colorado, beautiful mountains. Obviously, everybody knows that Colorado has one of the most beautiful drives that you'll ever experience. One of the things that I did when I was traveling the U.S. is that I would rent a sports car. So any sports car you think of, name it, I've probably rented it, and I've just used that. So most people go on road trips in like vans. I go on road trips in sports cars because that's what I do, you know. So then I'd rent like a Maserati or a Porsche or something, and I just go. Put hand over camera for Lamar Jackson edit. Lamar Jackson hand over camera. That's hilarious. I don't know who Lamar Jackson is, so maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't know what's going on. But let me say, Colorado mountains, great mountains. You should absolutely do that. Let me say, you said North Carolina. I went racing in North Carolina. You know what's close by North Carolina? So North Carolina has actually some really great racetracks, and you may not know this, but in the middle of nowhere, and you have a nice sports car, that's a great place to go racing. And usually at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, when no one is there, great place, great time. Everybody's, obviously, don't do anything illegal. I'm just saying my experience is it's a great place to go racing. Great place to speed at 4 o'clock in the morning when nobody's there. Thank you. He's a football player, Lamar Jackson. Oh, I do know who that is. I don't look like him though. Are you saying I look like him? Because I don't know. I don't think I look like him. I don't think I look like. I mean, look at Lamar Jackson on YouTube or on Google. I don't look like him. I gotta go. Bye, bro. I like him so. Oh, I appreciate you, Colton. That's amazing. Please, if anybody is in here for the first time, please sub. We're trying to grow this thing. I'm from Ohio, just on vacation in North Carolina. Okay, I love Ohio. You know why I love Ohio? Because of Dave Chappelle, and I've been to Yellow Springs. In fact, I have a hat from Yellow Springs, Ohio. Would you like to see it? It's actually my favorite hat. Do you like to see it? I'm going to show you. This is my favorite hat. Is it here? Where is it? Where did I put that hat? This is my favorite hat. I have this from Yellow Springs, Ohio. Okay, good. I'll put that back. Yeah, that's my favorite hat. It's very colorful, very nice. So that's how I'm gonna remember Ohio. This actually before I went to Hawaii. Sorry, Hawaii was the last state I went to before I started traveling South America. No, that's not true. Yes, yes, it is true. That's the last state I went to before I started traveling South America. And before I went to Hawaii, Ohio was my favorite state. The reason why it was my favorite state is not because it's so fantastic or whatever. Yes, it's great. However, the peace of driving through Ohio, you have to experience it by yourself. When you drive through Ohio and you see just how beautiful everything is, it's so green. It's so green. And it's just so peaceful. And you're driving through, you put the top down, right? Don't listen to music. Put the top down and just listen. Ohio, and it's just miles and miles of that. Great, because there's so many farms, right? And so you're just driving, man, it's so peaceful. And again, I'm driving with a sports car, so you can hear the engine, the top is down, it's great, beautiful. Ohio was my second favorite state. Before Hawaii was my first favorite state. So yeah, I love Ohio. Yellow Springs also, it's a pretty small town. And then there's like Dave Chappelle flags everywhere, which is kind of cool. It's like it's made I mean, Dave Chappelle really brought life into that city. One person, right? Because the only reason I went is because of Dave Chappelle and the impact that one man can have on an entire town. Crazy. I can't imagine what it's like for him to walk through Yellow Springs. That must be just like an insane feeling, you know? Like, I did this. That's cool, man. That's cool. Anyways, I would love to be able to do that for a town or for people or for anybody, have that type of impact. I think that's cool. Okay, my milk is almost boiling. Once that starts to, I'm gonna show you guys. Smells nice. My milk is almost boiling. I'm making my breakfast. Protein. You feel me? Boom. All right. I was actually pretty skinny, so I'm actually pretty proud of this. Not because of the muscles, but because of obviously the discipline. My arm has grown pretty. pretty significantly, and I like that. Again, I'm not. It's not about like looking good or whatever. Like if you, my point is, if you're sticking to a goal, when you start to see the goal pay off, and you see yourself actually being disciplined enough to follow through, that makes you. It changes how you see yourself, and it gives you confidence, and that's what I like. Yeah, sure. Your body looks better, and what I'm saying all of the other benefits that come with it, and you feel better, whatever. But who I've become to have to do that for years, I'm pretty proud of that person. And so that's what I like. I like that. I like that. Mm. All right, who's in here? Tell me where you guys watching from. My breakfast is almost ready. So once this breakfast goes, I'm hopping off. I have one more video to edit. I woke up this morning, that's what I did. 8 o'clock in the morning, that's what I was doing. Editing my videos so I could post for you lovely people. Get this channel popping off. You feel me? Popping off. We just hit 4,000. We are on the way to 5,000. We will do this. All right, my thing is exploding. Exploding. Let me see. One more topic I can talk about before I run out of time. I'll talk about Jamaica for a second, and maybe this will be relevant to your country. Uh, so Jamaica, this is actually a video I'm editing right now, so it's fresh in my mind. When I was younger, there's this guy called Vibes Cartel. You may know him, you may not know him. If you do, um, put yes in the chat or put Cartel in the chat if you do know him. But his name is Vibes Cartel. When I was younger, he had such a big rivalry with this guy named Movado that there was so much violence in the schools. He would represent Gaza and Movado would represent Gully, and it would be Gully versus Gaza. And there would actually be violence in the schools of which side you chose. And it got so bad that the government had to get involved. They had to have meetings about, listen, we can't allow this violence to continue. It was so bad. Like people are stabbing each other, fighting over which musical artist you prefer. Think about that. That's happening in Jamaica. So this was like 2010, 2011, 2012, something like that. 2008. It got really bad around that time. Those 5 years, those 4 years, really bad. No, I was told by my parents to avoid all of this. I was told that Babs Carter was evil, yada, yada, yada. That's what my parents did. No, he went to jail and he just got out last year, Vibes Cartel. Now, here is the dilemma. One, when he came out, he's no longer talking about gun violence in his music. He's talking about uplifting things. He's talking about women. He's talking about even coming out with a gospel album, right? He has changed so much. And I think he has recognized that his impact and also his life has progressed a little bit differently. But his impact on young people is so profound that he can't afford to just be talking about gun violence all the time. And I think that brings me to the topic of young men, wherever you are. Whatever young men are being fed on what they believe will make them the top guy in that circle is what's happening or what happened in Jamaica. So then, if the top guy is saying, hey, violence, not going to school, bunch of women, that's what makes me the top guy, then that's what all the guys are going to do. But now, what's becoming more popular? The top guys, what are they doing? They're starting businesses. They're smart. They're being educated. They're reading books. That's what the top guys are doing. But then in Jamaica, we have this thing called dunce, which is just means that you're stupid or you're not educated or you're illiterate. And people are wearing that as if it's some type of badge. It's proud. You're proud to be dunce. Just imagine an 8-year-old kid. Dunce. Like, what are you doing? You're a fucking kid talking about dunce. I'm dunce. Stupid. So you have these kids doing that. And then when they get to 15, 16, they can't read, they can't write. They don't have any AI skills. They don't know how to speak. They don't know how to write a letter, right? They don't know how to write proper emails. They're not professionals. So then what do you think they're going to do at 18 years old? Obviously, they're going to turn to crime. They have no other skills. The only thing they have in their toolbox is their two arms and the ability to run, right? I'm not sure about you, but crime seems to fit that qualification pretty well. So this may be happening where you are. All this I'm saying is that if you have an entire generation of boys who are being told that it's okay to be stupid, it's okay to not be smart, that is probably the beginning of the breakdown of your society. Versus, I come on and I'll tell you, my masters, right? I'm traveling the world. I'll show you, like, these are things that I'm doing. I'll go live. I'm in the gym. I'm disciplined. I'm taking care of my family. Um, and women are no problem. You see what I'm saying? It's not like I'm a nerd. I'm just in the book. I'm in the library all day doing nothing. Any country I go to, any city I go to, I have no problem. I've dated women who don't even speak English. That's not a problem for me. So then it depends on who you are looking up to. And if you have any guy in your life, or if you're a guy right now, you need to be very careful who you aspire to be. And the other guys that are around you, you need to talk to them about who they look up to and who they admire. Because if you're looking at the wrong person, then you're going to get the wrong results. That's all I'm going to say. If you're looking at the wrong person, then what you think is cool is going to affect what you actually prioritize in your day to day life. I go to the gym every day because everybody I aspire who's an entrepreneur also works out. All of them. All of them. All of them are married. All of them are monogamous. None of them are out there in the club. None of them. Because that's not who I look up to. They're all married. One with girl. They're all traveling the world, been to great countries. They're all living fantastic lives. So anyway, my breakfast is ready. I am very hot. So I'm gonna go turn on my AC and go sit in the AC and enjoy my breakfast. But I hope that this was inspiring for you. And I hope that you learned something. Because please make sure that you're picking your enemies correctly and your inspirations correctly. Peace out, guys.